Well, every day, the property of people traveling along the interstate and highways is snatched away from their owners and sold because police suspect the property is part of criminal activities.
That's exactly what happened to one Chattanooga woman we profiled in our story back in the spring called Policing for Profit.
The property is usually either vehicles or money. Well, now we're hearing of another person whose property was seized in accordance with state law.
It happened on Interstate 75, a route known as a drug trafficking pipeline. His story sounds a lot like the one we've heard before. Back in the spring, we told you about the seizure of Romanzia Humphrey's car. Her son driving the vehicle was stopped for speeding, and even though she was nowhere near it, the car was taken.
If you got a reason, a real reason to take my property, you're welcome to it. I won't fight it.
She did fight to get it back and won. Others are fighting their own property seizures, and L. Willis is one of them. According to court documents in Knoxville, Willis was a passenger in a vehicle stopped on I-75 in Monroe County back in February.
It was probably a profile stop. The police officers in that area will drive up and down the highway looking for suspicious cars and then find some reason like not using your turn signal or following too closely.
Willis was never charged, but the complaint says $18,480 he had in a locked bank bag was seized because the deputy smelled marijuana around it.
There is no indication that he was committing any crimes, yet because he had a large amount of money, they seized it.
Willis is adamant about getting his money back. He's filed a lawsuit in federal court in Knoxville to do just that. Meanwhile, his attorney says what happened to Willis and earlier to Mrs. Humphrey should not be happening.
But the laws do need to be changed. It used to be that robbers would jump out from behind trees with their swords and guns and rob somebody. Now they drive up and down the road in patrol cars.
In published reports, the government is fighting to prove that Willis's money is, quote, dirty. But Lamonaco says he's optimistic about the court giving Willis his money back. Federal Judge Clifford Shirley says he'll be issuing a ruling soon.